Full disclosure, as you know, any and all equipment that you see on our channel, I am very open and honest about how I acquired that equipment. For example, I bought this. I bought this, and this, and this, and that, this, and this. Now all that stuff I bought with my own money. Now this is a different story. I did not buy this. I didn't buy this either.
And you can't afford it anyways.
This was sent to us, and I'll tell you what, I am very intrigued about this. This is a STL 1000 mini skid steer, made in China. Now this was delivered just the other day. It was delivered by Estes Trucking, and they brought it on a straight truck, and he was able to back up my driveway, no trouble at all. Now the truck did have a lift gate, but I think this would be very difficult to unload with a lift gate, so I decided to use my big skid loader. I think this crate right here probably weighs somewhere around 3,400 pounds. I didn't have any trouble at all getting it off the truck, and I just set it here beside the building, and we're about to open it up. Now you may be asking yourself, why do I need two mini skids? Well, the truth is I really don't. However, this one right here really interests me, and I'll tell you why. Now first off, mini skids have become very, very popular over the last several years. I first started seeing them being used by tree service companies, landscapers, general contractors, concrete guys. People are quickly discovering how useful these things are. But keep in mind, not all mini skids are the same. Not even close, as a matter of fact. They all range in horsepower and capability and size. From a distance, they all pretty much look the same, but there's huge differences depending on which size and what brand that you get. Now, I have seen a lot of other mini skids from China. Rogers, Ohio, they have a big auction there once a month. They always have them over there. Those mini skids are nothing like this at all. Those ones, and I did a video on this at one point, you know, they got a little gas engine in them. They're just a small little machine. I think for a homeowner or something like that, it would probably do all right, but I don't think anyone would want to use one in a commercial operation or really any kind of heavy duty work. Now this one here, completely different story. This is an STL 1000 mini skid steer loader. Has a Kubota engine in it, 1,000-pound operating capacity, which is, I believe, 35% of tipping load. This should be comparable to like the Kubota mini skid, the Bobcat MT100. This one should be very similar in size and capability as those two machines. Now there's a couple reasons why I wanted to do this. Number one, I went to YouTube to try to see some videos on this machine, and I did not see one video. At least I couldn't find it if there is one. And number two, I kind of wanted to learn for myself because I have a Vermeer CTX 160, which is a very large mini skid. I mean, it's the big one that Vermeer makes. Very capable machine, but that machine is about $60,000 is what I paid for that. This one right here, way less than that. Now, like I said, this has a 1,000-pound operating capacity. It's a smaller machine than my Vermeer, so I don't expect it to lift as much, but this is basically, I mean, this is ballpark, maybe about the third of the price of what I paid for my Vermeer. So what I want to find out is how capable this machine is. We're going to put it through the paces. We're going to test it against my Vermeer CTX 160. We're going to, you know, check the lift capacity between this and my tractor. We're going to do some digging with it. And what I want to find out is if this is a commercial machine, which I think it is, yet affordable enough where like a landowner could justify buying a mini skid. Mini skids, in my opinion, are way more capable than a tractor in a lot of different ways. By no means not in every way. I mean, if you have a real long driveway and you get a bunch of snow, you would definitely want to be plowing or snow blowing your driveway with a tractor versus a mini skid. Or if you've got a big field to mow or brush hog, tractor over mini skid. Now, say you're a guy that has a side-by-side, you got to plow some snow. You could put a plow on your side-by-side to take care of the driveway, and then if you have like a wood yard, maybe a sawmill, you cut a bunch of firewood, things like that. Basically, if you're working in one area and you don't have to travel back and forth long distances on your property, a mini skid will outperform a tractor in most ways. I really think it will. I've had both, and I use the mini skid a lot. I really do. They're just a really capable machine, and they're so convenient. Just hopping on and off of it, it's just so much better, in my opinion. All right, let's get a better look at this. This is the Kubota, I believe that's how you pronounce it, C-R-O-B-A STL 1000. Last night, Levi and I unpacked it from the crate. It went much easier than I expected. There really wasn't much to it at all. Once we got it unpacked, we checked all the fluids. It comes with hydraulic oil, motor oil, everything checked out good. The only thing I had to do was connect the negative to the battery. They ship it that way. Had a little bit of diesel fuel in it. So I topped it off with fuel. It fired right up, and we brought it over here. I put the 4-in-1 bucket on it. I've been around 58 years, never had a 4-in-1 bucket. Now I have two in the last couple weeks. I recently bought one for my Kubota tractor. Let me show you how this bucket works to start things off. So that's a real nice all-around bucket. It's a tooth bucket, yet, like I said, it's a 4-in-1 bucket, so you can doze with it. You can pick up logs and things like that, dig with it. A few of the things I noticed right off the bat, it's got real nice pressure release couplers on it for hooking up auxiliary hydraulics. I like the fact that there's no hoses sticking up out of the boom. They run into the boom, and they're all hidden, so they don't get caught on, limbs and things like that. It just, I don't know, it's just a smoother, nicer look having those hoses out of the way like that. What else? The screen is very nice on it. It's got a float control on the bucket, so when you put the bucket all the way down, just push this forward, it'll go into the float mode. It's got the 3-cylinder Kubota D1105. Those engines are in so many different things. From the BX tractors, Vermeer uses that engine in some of their mini skids. I've seen that engine in light plants, man lifts. Very popular engine, 25 horsepower, which is nice because there's no diesel particulate filter or anything like that. Battery is down here in the front. Radiator in the back, just like my Vermeer. There's the sight glass for the hydraulic oil. Now here's a couple things I don't have on my Vermeer. It's got a horn. It's got a nice LED headlight on it. Couple USB charging ports right there. Charge your phone. Now this is different. I'm not used to this. If you choose to, you can clip this to your belt. If you're to fall off the machine, it will shut it off. This one also has a parking brake. I want to see if you can start it without standing on it. Yes, you can. But nothing's going to happen until you release the parking brake. Sounds nice. got glow plugs, cup holder, diesel fuel tanks right there. All steel. Little high drive track design. I like the boots around the joysticks. I see some of these don't have that. Not a big deal, but that's a nice touch. So this is your travel, forward, backward, turn, all your bucket functions right here, auxiliary hydraulics here, throttle right here. So to open and close the four-way bucket, that opens it, that closes it. If you have something on here like a brush cutter or whatever, you can keep it on just by pushing it all the way forward. I'm curious about the hydraulic flow on this. Let's look up the specs on this. All right, so we are on the MechMaxx website. This is that mini skid right there, STL 1000. That machine is $22,999 delivered to your door, free shipping. And I believe, from what I can see here, I think it comes with that 4-in-1 bucket. Because you could get a mini track loader cover for $119, skeleton grapple for $12.99, and a rotating log grapple for $26.99 for a total price of $27,116.99. So I think it comes with that 4-in-1 bucket for the $23,000. Don't quote me on that. Let's go to the specs here. See what it shows. Okay, the engine is a Kubota D1105, 68 cubic inch, 3-cylinder. Let's see, dimensions, 109 inches. That's with the 4-in-1 bucket parallel to the ground, 109 inches. Without the 4-in-1 bucket, 83, 51 inches high. Width with the bucket, 43.7. Overall width without it, 35.6. The weight with the 4-in-1 bucket without operator, 3,206 pounds. Without the bucket, 28.95. Rated operating capacity is 1,000 pounds. And as you can see, that is 35% of tipping. The tipping load is 2,857. We got your bucket capacity, all that. Operation, dual axis, pilot operated joysticks, yada yada. Hydrostatic track drive, yeah. Let's see. Travel speed 4.16 miles per hour. Auxiliary hydraulic flow 13.5 gallons per minute. That's actually pretty decent. Fuel tank capacity 8.32 gallons. Package method, a wood case. That's exactly what it was. Warranty for machine is 1 year. Warranty for engine is 2 year or 2,000 hour, whichever comes first. Shipping weight 3,400 pounds. And like I said, I don't know if you could get that off with just the lift gate on a truck. I'm not sure. It's quite a crate, you know? All right, let's take this thing out for a spin. First up, we're going to head out to the clearing. I've got a pile of stone out there by that little building I'm building. We'll spread some of that. Then we'll take it down to the wood yard. Maybe move some logs around. Oh, the big thing is, we got to see if this will lift a full IBC tote full of firewood. That is very important for anybody that does wood. So I have to interrupt this program because I just discovered something. You know how I said I did not buy that mini skid? Well, I didn't, but I just realized that in the first email that they sent, they gave me a link. If anyone buys one of those machines and uses code TheMorgans at checkout. So I looked at their website. You can order it online. And when you go to checkout, if you enter that code, TheMorgans, you get 5% off, which would be, what is that, $1,100, $1,200 off if you use that code. I should have mentioned that sooner, but I just realized it. And as far as the machine goes, I have a total of 2.5 hours on it, okay? So obviously I can't give you a long-term review, but it's legit. It really is. It's a little powerhouse, good components, nice and sleek design. Like I said, I like that those hoses aren't coming up out of the boom. It appears to be a great little machine. It really does. And like I said earlier, it is nothing like a lot of the Chinese mini skids you see all over Facebook Marketplace or at all these equipment auctions. Nothing like that at all. So anyway, I wanted to pass that along. There'll be a link in the description. And if you go to buy one, they'll deliver it right to your door. It's free shipping. And use that code TheMorgans. Don't forget, it'll save you like an additional $1,100 or $1,200, whatever it is. So you'll figure all that out. Anyway, back to the show. All right, before I tell you what I'm about to tell you, keep in mind I only have about a half hour on this machine, okay? So I don't have a lot of experience with it. But I'm saying this thing's legit. It really is. That is a full basket of red oak right there. It's stacked in there. It's not just tossed in, so you fit a whole bunch more in. Red oak is very heavy. We even have it stacked in the center. But yeah, picked and carried it, no problem at all. Now, I think the real tall tote, the 330-gallon ones, I think that would pretty much max it out. I don't know if I would feel comfortable lifting and carrying the big tote filled with red oak. If it was like maple and cherry or lighter woods like that, I think it would handle it. But that's not a very big machine to be picking that up and moving it around. Like, I can't lift one of those. I don't think I can with my LX 4020 tractor. And here I just picked it up from the other side of the shipping container and brought it over here. No trouble at all. I don't know what to say so far except I'm impressed. I am. Time will tell. We'll do more videos with this. Maybe some comparison videos between, you know, like this and the tractor, my Vermeer mini skid. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see, you know, if you have any ideas on what you'd like me to do with this machine. But it's impressive, it is. And I know I keep talking about mini skids, and like I've said before, I don't care what anybody else does. I really don't. I just make videos on what I'm doing around here, and occasionally videos like this, just so I can learn and show others what's out there. But I'm convinced the mini skid is going to put a dent, it probably is already, in subcompact tractor sales. And I know a lot of you think I'm nuts. That's fine. You can think whatever you want. But these things are so capable. I don't care what brand it is. And they're so quick and easy just to get on and off. And you can move them around on a trailer. It's hard to find something, I don't know if there is anything else this size, except, you know, like a small forklift, that can lift and carry as much as one of these, that size, you know? Put it on a small trailer, it weighs, what I say, it weighs 3,400 pounds, something like that. And that basket right there, it's picking up and carrying over half its weight. Yeah, that basket I know is 1,500 pounds at least. That red oak was cut probably 6 months ago. It is by no means dry. But yeah, I just picked and carried probably half that machine's weight. And that's impressive. It really is. If you're on the fence about a mini skid, and I don't care what brand or whatever, just rent one for a weekend. Get a set of forks for it, or maybe someone will demo one for you. Forks, bucket, whatever you need for the project you're doing. It's the time and effort you save. Like if I'm running a sawmill, for example, and I need to move a couple slabs out of the way, or a big slab off the mill, or whatever, you're just on and off, and it's safer, in my opinion, as well. You know, you got to hold on to one of these things, but just climbing in and out of a skid loader, a full-size skid loader, or even a tractor for that matter, it's just so easy to step on and off of one of these and do it. Like, I will never run one of these for like 8 hours straight or anything like that. That's not the type of work that I do. You know, if I was, I'd probably just use a regular full-size skid loader that you're sitting in. But most of the stuff I do, I'm on and off a machine all day long. And that is where the mini skid really shines. Plus, like, I could take my mini skid down to the cabin with 3 or 4 attachments, 2 or 3 attachments, and do anything that I need to do. I could fix the driveway up. I can get logs out of the woods. You can cut firewood with it. There's just so many possibilities with these machines. This was an eye-opener. It was $23,000. I know that's a lot of money, but it's a lot less than $60,000 that I paid for mine. Now, this won't lift what my big Vermeer would, but you know what I need to do? This would be fun. I need to get a hold of Tom. I don't know if I should tell you this yet or not. I can't. Let me just say this. Tom from Concrete with the Hosses bought something recently that would, I don't want to say too much. Tom bought something that he could bring out here and compare it to that. I probably said too much as it is, because I don't know when he'll get that video out. But check out Tom's channel, by the way, Concrete with the Hosses. I'll put a link in the description. Good guy, good friend of mine. He's got a great channel, and they do really, really nice concrete work. But I have been rambling on long enough. Like I said, if you have any questions about this, or you would like to see it do something, let me know. I'm kind of blown away by this. I didn't think it would lift one of those baskets. I didn't. But anyway, I appreciate y'all being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.